Natrience, the alliance of nature and science.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to our Natrience training call. We're at week 7, and it is August 7th today. Thanks again for joining us. As usual, it's great to see all of the familiar faces now that have joined us for all of these series of Natrience training calls. And if you're new, thank you so much for joining us. We appreciate you being here with us. We are excited and ready to go on our call tonight. We've got a lot of content to cover, so we're going to jump right in. Sisel is with us again, as well as Holly, and we have a new face with us tonight. Some of you may have met Brooke Black. If not, Brooke is our marketing coordinator, and she is our social media specialist. And Brooke is joining us tonight because we're going to have some conversations about sharing, and Brooke is going to kick us off here with some really powerful information to start with on social sharing, and then Holly will follow up on Brooke's presentation as well, and then Lisa's going to help share some of your fabulous testimonials that you've sent to us. So I'm going to turn it right over to Brooke.
Hi, guys. I'm happy to be here again. I did speak at Mauer Mountain on this, and so some of you, this will be kind of a recap. For others, this will be new information, but I'm excited to get started on it. Okay, so we're going to talk about the power of social sharing. So this is sharing through like social media, like Instagram accounts, Facebook accounts, YouTube, other things like that. I just wanted to hit on some benefits and ways you can use social media. One, kind of the biggest one that people think of initially is visual engagement. This is really how you can bring the products to life that you're trying to share with others. You can do things like demonstrations, applications, showing results. I know videos are very popular right now, so doing like how-to and applying things onto your face, the products on, showing before and after photos are really powerful for your audience. Another way to use this that kind of goes into the videos and different things is educational purposes. You can go through ingredients, common skincare concerns and things like that, and kind of personalize it to your audience. And we'll have some assets to help you with that Holly will touch on later. A big one that people don't really think about, but I personally love about social media is building the community. I know you all have your people that you sell to and they sell and whatnot. So this is a great way that you can share with them and kind of create this sense of belonging amongst people who really care about the Natrience brand. Next one. Again, I'm going to reiterate to go follow our social media pages. There's an Instagram page and Facebook page that I personally maintain and post. We have different information on there that you guys can use to share with others. You can copy our captions, do different things, and you can DM or direct message me and I can get back if you guys have any questions. Engaging with these are really important to let me know what you want to see, what you want more information on, and it's a quick way to interact with Natrience and learn what you can from us. Next slide. This could just kind of reiterates what I said, that social media is a very powerful tool. You can see just from 2022 to 2025, there is a 75% jump in commerce sales. This just shows how much it's increasing, and it's not projected to stop anytime soon. Next slide, Karen. The people that are buying on social media apps specifically are Gen Z, millennials, which are kind of a younger demographic, kind of that 40 below. Those are the ones who are most likely to use like the TikTok shop, Instagram shop, different things like that, or click on your links through social media that can be tracked on other websites for their purchases. So we go to the next one. So one thing I want to explain to you guys is the term skinvestors. Skinvestors are young skincare consumers in pursuit of skin health and overall well-being who see skincare as an investment in themselves. This is a really big demographic right now that is really good to target. That's all over social media. I have a little tidbit down here that's Gen Z. So age 30 and under spend on average $21 to $50 on a single skincare product. This is kind of a newer trend that's been happening over the past few years. Younger and younger generations are wanting to invest in their skin, so they age well, age nicely, and they're willing to invest in that on early on stage. So it's really good to get in contact and reach that demographic. Next
Hey, Brooke,
slide.
I just want to make a quick comment on that as well. Me being much older than that Gen Z age, some of you on the call may be more around my age range as well. Social sharing is not just for the young because, as Brooke pointed out, and I'll go back to one of these slides here just to make a quick comment on a lot of people are on social media. It's not just that young generation, as Brooke pointed out on this slide here, even though that Gen Z demographic is by far the highest percentage of people or demographic on social media. Yeah. Look even up at baby boomers, over 30%, 36% of baby boomers are on social media. So it really isn't just about the young. Obviously, the younger people are more into social media and using social accounts more often, especially with this term, the skinvestors that Brooke just mentioned. But don't let it scare. I need to think the same way. Like, don't let it scare us away. Those of us who are in an older demographic here, that there's still social selling opportunities and sharing opportunities for all of us.
Oh yeah. Thank you so much for adding that, Karen. Yeah, social media is for everyone. I know a lot of, especially if you have an older demographic, I recommend using Facebook over Instagram. Instagram has a younger demographic. So if you are wanting to hit social media hard, just kind of gauge what demographic you're wanting to reach and use different platforms for that. Here's fun little tidbits so they did a study on 16 to 45-year-olds on kind of what they use social media for and where they look to get answers on their social media questions, on their different skincare, beauty questions. One of the ones I wanted to point out here is, who do you trust the most? It's one of those top percentages. It's 85% would trust a review by a YouTuber over any other method. So this kind of hits on what I discussed earlier, that videos are very powerful. If you look at all of these percentages, they're very high. So if you want to do videos, YouTube is a great source. Almost everyone, when they look for how to do something, they look up a video, either on some form of social media platform. So I definitely recommend doing that. Will you go to the next slide, please?
Yeah, sorry, Brooke. I just wanted to point out a couple other things on here. I think that's a really interesting statistic too, to think 85% are trusting a YouTuber review over any other method. When you think about even, what maybe your sister would recommend, or your best friend or your dermatologist, 85% of people are trusting a YouTube review. So it's very powerful, these social messages that are coming across, especially with beauty and skincare. And just to see some of these percentages of how many people are on social media and are trusting and looking and watching and purchasing. Look at the top right there. 75% are more likely to buy after watching an online video. So Brooke is doing a fabulous job with our corporate social media accounts, and we're going to keep that up ongoing with Natrience, and especially because of the beauty category on social media being so popular. And we encourage you guys to follow us, like she said, and to start posting some of the things yourselves, like that she's going to continue talking about and that Holly's going to mention as well. So just some fun statistics here on beauty and skincare specifically in the social arena.
Yes, thank you, Karen, for adding that. One of the content ideas that we wanted to share with you guys is the concept of the shelfie. You can see the Natrience line. Karen, if you go to the next slide, and then we'll backtrack a little bit. Then our Natrience line is very aesthetic, very nice to look at, pleasing, goes all nicely together. We did that for a reason. It's for the shelfie. If you'll go back to the shelfie slide. We do this because people all over Instagram and different social media sites will post these shelfies, and it's just their whole skincare line up on their shelf, on their countertop, anywhere that they can set it. They look beautifully together, and everyone can go through each product and see what they're using, see what they have. And this is a very good content idea that you guys could do. And we would love if you guys would share these images with us, as well as tag us on social media and send it to us directly. We really love these type of content. And yeah, so if you go to the next slide. Again, our line is very aesthetically pleasing as well as really powerful. And we did that for a purpose. So please, please, please share this content with others and you will get a lot of good feedback. And I'm going to pass the time over to Holly to continue sharing on our sales assets that we have for you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Brooke. It was so nice to have you on the call tonight. And thanks for sharing all that information. As she said, the Natrience line was developed with the whole shelfie concept in mind, so that it gives you something to be proud to share. Which if you have something that you're proud to share, you're more likely going to share it. So, sorry, I'm getting a little bit lost in the comments over here. I'm going to let somebody else look at the chat while I talk. So we have also worked on several sales tools to help you share, whether you are sharing online or in person. So as we've talked about before, and I'm sure you've all seen by now, the product catalog is beautiful and it gives a lot of information, as well as the product information pages that are in your back office and are also included in the user's guide. If you haven't yet got a user's guide, I would definitely recommend it. It has everything that you could possibly want to know or need to know in it. There's a frequently asked questions section in there as well. And if you study that and then read a section, teach a section, if you do that, you will really become an expert on the line. Also, if you're feeling a little bit intimidated about the social sharing, a good introductory way to get into that would be with the whole shelfie concept. I'm bouncing around a little bit here, but I wanted to make sure and cover this. If you take your product and arrange it very aesthetically pleasing in your cabinet or drawer, take a photo, maybe make sure the lighting looks good, or you can place it somewhere where the lighting is good that maybe isn't your specific drawer or cupboard where you keep it. Take that photo and start sharing it either in person or on social media, wherever you like to share. So that's a great, just kind of a bridging the gap between being nervous to share online and not. So other sales tools that we have are the how-to videos. They are all in your back office. You can access them there. And then we have lots of imagery as well that you can use to share either socially, or you can print it with a printer and use it in your in-person sharing, as well as our regimen tear pads that will help people learn how to, the order of using the product and which regimens are best for their skin. You can help them with that. We also have worked on these infographics. We have the clinically tested. It goes over all the clinically tested, dermatologist tested and approved, safe and kind skin, Sisel safe, no animal testing on every product. These will be also in your back office that you can find. You can print, you can share digitally, or I also think these would be great if you're doing a in-person party. You could print these and use them as table toppers. Just recommend printing them with a printer so that they look professional and beautiful as they do digitally. And then the benefits as well as the hero ingredients infographics here. You can see these are just for the exfoliant, but we have them in every product in the line.
Yeah, you may have started to see these. Brooke's been starting to post some of these on our social media accounts. These just this week have all gone up in your back office, so they're all available for you. We created the Natrience section in your back office was getting pretty long, so we split that out. There's now a Natrience imagery section in your back office that has all of these individual product photos, the infographics, some group photos. That's where you'll find all of these beautiful, beautiful images that Holly and Brooke and the team have all worked so hard on, and we know will be a great benefit to you. So go in there and find them and start using them.
Yeah. And if you follow us on Instagram, there's a share button underneath. It looks like a little paper airplane is what I think of every time I see it, a little arrow. You can click on that and you can just share it right to your story so people can start learning about the product that you have to offer as well. So it makes it really easy for you to share these products. Okay. Also, we have all of our Natrience products and packs, the complete set with the cosmetic bag, the essential regimens. There's 2 of those depending on your skin type. We have the personalized regimen packs. We have the individual products, as well as we've updated our Wealth Builder qualifying pack to include this beautiful Natrience tote, as well as the headband and wristbands. I just wanted to explain the wristband situation. I've had a few questions about that. So the wristbands go on your wrists. Big surprise, but they're nice for when you're washing your face and the water is dripping down. It doesn't drip all the way down into your sleeves or down your arm. So it's just kind of nice. It keeps everything in one place and clean. And then we also have our home party kit coming soon. We've been working really hard on this, and we'll have trainings and things like that go along with that once we have it ready for you. And then I think Liesl, one more reminder. The Natrience contest is still going. You still have time to join and win. And the contest ends September 30th. So make sure that you're working towards that. And our current leader is Rocio Nava, who was on our Rise call on Monday night. If you were there, or if you missed it, you can still go listen to that and hear what she has to say. And then now I'm going to have Liesl go over some of the testimonials that we had sent in.
Thank you, Holly. I really want to say it's very cool, all the tools that we have. In the past years, many of you who've been with us year after year know that our tools haven't always been, we've never had an amount where we kind of had to split things because we've had so many tools in our back office. And it's very cool. There's a lot of different places that you can go, but all these little tools and tips and videos and everything, they're all things that are truly a benefit to your business. And I've talked about this on other calls, and it kind of goes along with the testimonials. When you talk about a product and you have a picture, it pretty much is just like every other product out there. And I don't mean to say ours is. I love ours. It's beautiful, but it kind of gets lost as far as just a beautiful picture. I love our packaging. I think it just far outdid anything we've ever had. It's bright. It's clean. I love the look of it, but I've had a couple of people who's posted some different things. And in the comments, when I post a few before and after pictures, it's kind of exploded. You cannot underestimate the power of a testimonial and the power of a before and after pictures, especially in skincare. And I'm just talking from experience. I have never heard Skinvestor until I heard it here from Brooke. Thank you. I'm old. But I'm a skin investor. I just wouldn't use that term, but I love that. And I love to hear that. But all these things that you pick up and then use, the reality is, a lot of what we see, we want to, there's just that doesn't work. And anytime, and I'm talking other products too. There was just a couple of months ago, I was looking at some woman, she had a before and after picture of her thigh. And I mean, the results were amazing. And, we're always looking at different ingredients and products and stuff like that. just to see what it did to her social media page, posting the picture before and the picture after. Everybody was, what is this? Where can I get it? How much is it? And without that, because she hadn't added the picture yet, she had a couple people say, oh, this is exciting or this, but it didn't blow up. So testimonials are your best friend in this business. They truly are. And we have a ton of them. We've been really excited about this. And on our last call, if you remember, Karen says, we'll pick the top 3. We were inundated by testimonials and they were awesome. We can't get to every one of them, but honestly, they were so good that we had to choose just 7 because every time we'd look, we'd be like, well, this one's so good and this one's good. And I'm going to go through them fast, but they're very cool. They're awesome. And again, these are tools you can take and put on as long as we have their permission, but it makes a huge difference when you're talking about these products to other people that don't know you or maybe know you a little. It just says something that you can't. So our first testimonial from Fanny Abel, look at that before and after picture. So from June 20th to August 6th, not a lot of time, but you can see a big difference there. She says, my opinion on Natrience skincare, I absolutely love it. Love it. Her skin feels amazing. I feel like I actually only have skin on my face and not grease, dirt, and jelly. The feel of a banana under my chin when I look down is gone. I love that. I am free. Couldn't have been better timing to start using it as my daughter is getting married in 2 months. Sisel rocks. I'm hooked. Awesome, Fanny. We love that one. Go ahead. And listen, those are the little things you notice. She turns her head down. She has something there. Look at that short amount of time making that big difference for her. So excited to see what this does in the future. The next one is from Brenda Yoder, and she says, I have had trouble with my skin for a while with 3 raised spots in my face that look like maybe they could be skin cancer. She's had a history in her family with skin cancer, so obviously she was pretty worried about them. She talked to Holly at Mauer Mountain and asked what she should use, and she said that she should go and try the Go Clear and see what that would do. She started with the jelly cleanser, sell a new Go Clear and the Hydrolite in the morning and Hydro Rich at night. She used the exfolium 3 times a week. The rest she uses morning and night. Within 2 weeks, her spots disappeared and her age spots are a lot lighter too. Thank you, Sisel and the Mauers. Brenda Yoder, a great, great testimonial. Great advice from Holly. So awesome there. Next one. Next testimony from Renee. I love this girl and she's always given us some great feedback. Look at this amount of time. I know this was a short amount of time with great results. Hi, Sisel. I'm loving Natrience. Occasionally would have rosacea, but delighted to share not since using the Natrience products. Yes, that's a win right there. How great is that? Thank you, Sisel, Renee Ferguson. And if you look the lines around her face and here the marionette lines, they are all definitely lightening up and fading. So a great testimonial. Love those results. Next one. Sorry, I'm going fast, guys, but you want all 7. This is from Gloria Yoder, and she says, hi to my Sisel friends. I thought I loved the facial skincare line that Sisel had, and I really did, because it was the best I had ever used. I tried lots of face creams over the last 30 years, starting with Pond's from Rinks or Murphy Mart. Back in the day, heavy and greasy. And I'll be upfront, though, I thought Lemongrass Spa was maybe the best answer, having got it a few times before being introduced to Sisel. It felt lighter than most, but it did not absorb and felt greasy for hours. I thought I had to use it up first before I got more. But when my first voucher came from Sisel in 2018, I got my first face care line, and I just fell in love with it. It absorbed and felt so light and smooth. I wasn't sure I wanted to be a part of it. I guess what I never went back and finished up my lemongrass spa stuff. I bought my first set of Natrience at Mauer Mountain and have been using it since. I now wish I had taken more pics, but I think my skin looks smoother and feels lighter. I'm fair-skinned and I've not been burning as much when I'm out in the sun. We live in Missouri and we're having hot weather. I'm 53. I'm wishing now I hadn't stocked up so much with the old line. Loving my Sisel, Gloria Yoder. So you got a win, and you'll get through those. But love that. Great testimonial. Thank you. Here's some pictures. Nancy Chapman. Before, she looks like this is a 2-week. Again, when you're talking about testimonials and you look at the time, you can see some very dramatic results in a very short amount of time. Before after 1 week, after 2 weeks. Nancy, keep sending those in. You can see that you're right, definitely going through this process with your skin, and your neck looks amazing. Look at her neck on the first one and the middle one and the last one on just 2 weeks. We've seen some very good neck pictures in this. Here is another great one. So Nancy, keep sending us pictures because these are awesome results there. Margaret Wolf said, I have only been using the Natrience product for 1 week. I'm absolutely flabbergasted at the change in my skin. My entire face is brighter. I've noticed the skin on my neck tightening, and I am very happy with the progress on clearing my skin from acne. I cannot wait to see how I look in another 2 or 3 weeks. I would highly recommend this product to anyone. Margaret Wolf. Thank you, Margaret. Okay, another testimonial. Doc Fizz, I get a text from him twice a week. He's absolutely a skincare guy. He says his testimonial, what an amazing line of products. They work and they're natural. I like being outdoors, hunting, fishing, or working in my shop, exposing my skin to toxins. 10 years ago, I decided to look into anti-aging skincare. I responded well to Transfusium. I was nervous when a new product was being developed, but here I am giving my story. The first 2 weeks, I really didn't see much, but the next week, holy cow, I changed. My skin tightened up and the lines disappeared. I take before and after pictures to document my progress, and I learned that with the former line of products. I use them all. I can't tell you exactly which one does the most, but I find I have really noticed improvement when I add the Hydra Rich. It seems to make a huge difference. This is 1 week. Actually, it's the 3rd week of use. Women honestly come up and ask me what I'm using. In the last 2 weeks, even men that I know have told me I look younger. I know I'm on the right track with Natrience. Thanks, Sisel. Kurt Fisnick. Perfect. Love that. And great results there. Again, Kurt, around your eyes, those crow's feet there. Looks awesome. It's smoothing out. And I have to say, you're having some amazing results there. Love it. So thank you for that testimonial, Kurt.
So yeah, Liesel, that's great. Thanks for sharing those with us. That's all of the testimonials that we wanted to highlight. And isn't it fabulous? Like Liesel said, it makes a huge difference when you're hearing from people and their experiences and the positive results that they're having, and then seeing those before and after pictures. It makes a big difference. So like Liesel said, we had originally said that we would choose the top 3 and then you would get a booster of your choice. Well, those were our top 7. So we added several more in there. So those 7 of you, we're going to be reaching out to you in the next day or two, and we'll get you your booster of your choice. So you can let us know which one you want. So we'll reach out to you on those. So thank you for sending those. And it's, I think it's really been a great call to hear all of the opportunities we have to share Natrience now, all of the social selling information that Brooke shared with us. If you're just starting out, we've got all of the tools that you could possibly need to get started on social sharing. If you're already an expert on that, then of course you've got all of the tools as well that you need. If you're really not into social sharing or not sure about that and you prefer to share in person, then all of those things that Holly mentioned that we've got available in your back office are available for you to do with sharing in person as well. And as Holly said, we will be letting you know as soon as we have that home party kit available, and we'll be doing some training, either Zoom calls or some training videos on that as well. So watch for that to come. And I also just wanted to mention, as well as all of the tools that are in your back office, we do have that SiselSalesTools.com website that you can go to. Caden and I were just chatting about that today because he referenced that on the Rise call this week, and we're going to be putting some Natrience banners up on that site. So those are those full pop-up banners. So we'll get some of those on that site as well for you. We'll reach out to those testimonial winners to get you your boosters. And then we will also be doing a random drawing from the call tonight. And you 5 random winners, you will receive a 10-pack of the Natrience catalogs that you can share with your customers or your family or friends. And then we just have one call left. Next week will be our final Natrience training call in this series. So we're going to go for another product next week. So 5 winners will receive an exfolium next week. So be sure to tune in next week. I've already asked Tom to join us on the call next week to provide a bit more insight into the science behind the Natrience product. So you'll want to definitely join to hear Tom and his thoughts and his insights on the line. As usual, we also always want to tell you about just to get with our customer service team. If you've got questions or comments, please, everybody else, share your testimonials with us. We love hearing your testimonials and seeing your before and after. So you can send those to customerservice@sisel.net. And then you can always watch all of these training calls. They're all up on YouTube, or you can call our conference line, 801-704-6800, and hear all of these, listen to all of these Natrience calls there. So again, we're happy that you've all joined us, and a little sad that we only have one call left with you. But please join us next week, and you'll have that opportunity to hear from Tom as well. So.
Go ahead.
Sorry,
I just want to add real quick, one more plug to follow us on social media, because once the training calls are over, that'll be a great way to communicate with us, to ask your questions, to get support there as well. So it's Natrience Skincare on Facebook and Instagram.
I'll
Sounds
be
good.
monitoring those to make sure that I answer any questions you guys have if you message me on those.
Yeah, and maybe, I know we're just a couple minutes over our 30 minutes, but just a couple of things as I look back through the chat here, if there's a few things we can answer. Laura, I see that you're asking, maybe we can do a Natrience call once a month. That's a great idea. We'll take that into consideration, and there's definitely plenty to talk about with Natrience. So I think that's a great idea. Let's see. Someone's asking, is it in your back office when you place? Oh, it is. I think she's answering a question about where can you buy, Chris is asking, where can you buy the little green exfoliation? That. Okay, that's a cute little, thanks, Chris. That's a little accessory that we are going to be using for right now for little giveaways and probably be using as gifts with different product packs and things like that. It is a fun little tool. I love mine. So yeah, that's right now. It's not a Natrience official product, but it's more of a fun little accessory that we'll be using for giveaways and things like that. Katie has asked if there's an email list. Katie, do you mean our Sisel email list that we send emails out on? I think somebody did answer.
Hi. Sorry, I've just unmuted.
You're good. Go ahead.
Thanks. I think you've mentioned on a call before, you had an email list. I thought that perhaps you had a email list where you send out regular email updates pertaining just to the Natrience skincare line.
We don't have a specific Natrience email list. We're just sending out our Sisel email list, which you can see on the screen. If you want to be added to that, you can just let customer service know. And that's where we'll be sending out all of the Natrience. As we grow with Natrience, we have thought about creating a special email address and email list. So that's definitely a future possibility there. And then Marianne's asking, will these calls be available in the same place that the RISE calls are? Yes. And that's on the screen right there, that conference call line, 801-704-6800, and press option 3. You can listen to all of these. After next week's call also, once we get through the full series of 8 calls, we will be putting these slide decks up in the back office as well for you to use, so you can watch for those. So, all right. Well, I think that's all the time we have. Thank you, Lisa. Thanks, Holly, and thanks, Brooke, for joining us this time. And again, thanks to everybody for joining.
Thank you.
We will see you on our final call next week.